what's up, guys? It's Tasteless and Artosis, the casting Archon, and we are back here at the GSL Codes. And, yeah, I mean, we're going to have a pretty interesting Terran vs. Terran coming up. The two winners, we're going to decide who is 100% going to move on. It's going to be Bomber against Ryung.
Yeah, this is, you know, this match actually means a lot, I feel. You know, I feel like these two are obviously the favorites to advance to the round of 16. But from how good Bomber just looked in that TVP, Puzzle's probably hoping to God that Bomber actually wins against Ryung.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point, Artosis.
Which is a terrible thing to do because they're teammates. So it's like Bomber's pitting nerds against each other. Lifelong nerd friends.
Bomber's destroying worlds right now. Oh, Artosis, I'm so jealous you went to Jeju Island.
Yeah. It was fun times. You need to go sometime.
I should check it out. Here,
the plane
tickets there are
ticket
pretty
is
cheap.
so cheap. You can get them as low as like $60.
Damn.
It's only an hour on a flight.
That's not bad at all.
No, nothing compared to the like 17 hours to MLG.
So our map will be Crossfire. This will probably be a long Terran versus Terran because if the architecture of the map makes it easy to cut the map in half. But we have had short Terran versus Terrans here before, so I won't, you know, say I'm too confident about that. But we'll see.
You know, I'm interested to see, will Bomber go mech or not? Because sometimes when Bomber goes mech, he looks so good with mech. And then sometimes he's like, you know what I'm going to do? And I'm like, what are you going to do, Bomber? He's like, I'm going to come in runner. And I'm like, why are you... Why? He's like, dude, he doesn't have a reason.
But the thing is, like, when he does do it, he does do a pretty decent job.
He does a decent job, but...
Well, he's Bomber,
When's the last time you saw him lose with mech?
I guess I can't recall.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. All right, it's time, guys, for this game between Ryung and Bomber. This might as well be a GSL Finals. These guys are both so good. So let's see who wins here in the GSL Codes. Over here in the upper right, we have our yellow Terran. Remember the Team Slayers.
But he's not yellow, Tasteless. He's brave.
He is definitely a brave nerd going up against somebody like Bomber. And now in the bottom left, do we ever get a nickname for this guy? We haven't made one yet, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Soon we'll have one. Bomber is so sick.
He's not really blue, Tasteless. He's actually in a really nice, good mood.
He's actually red. He's angry.
Is he? He doesn't look angry.
He needs to take nerds out.
Anger is my natural state. I'm happiest when I'm angriest.
Just checking around checking the corner of his base to make sure there's no hidden barracks or anything. It does, like, Ryung is going to go for gas first, whereas Bomber goes for barracks first.
Yep, but both players going for gas. No quick command center yet. Well, Tasteless.
Artosis.
What do you think this season, Tasteless?
What do you mean?
In the round of 16, the round of 8, the round of 4, how many Protoss and Zergs will we see advance?
You know, it'll be tough to say. I mean, we have some of our really good Protosses and Zergs, just not here in Codes.
Yeah.
For the way that things have been working out. I say no matter what, we have at least one Terran in the finals. No matter what, at least one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's Terran versus Terran, but you never know.
Certainly. I think that's a good call. Good work, Tasteless.
Thank you.
Turns out you are smart.
I am a smart guy.
I don't care what they say.
I'm a smart dude. You can't help it, man. Didn't ask for these powers, man.
You begged and I gave them to you.
Please give me the smart powers.
I'm like, all right, Tasteless, and I touched you with my Warlock stick.
Hey, you know what? Artosis actually walks around with a scepter all the time. It's like Artosis.
It's a staff, not a scepter. Would you please not belittle me and my staff?
Look, I didn't know Warlocks were so sensitive. Maybe you should cast self-security. I bungled the joke, but it would have been good. It would have been good, but I messed it up. Looks like we got some pressure here.
I'm a Warlock that can see alternate realities and their futures and know it wouldn't have been good.
All right, a little bit more pressure coming up here. Bomber clearly confident that he can do a lot of damage here since, he's realized that his opponent's going for quick gas.
Bomber getting that quick command center, but also teching up during it. I like Bomber's build. It's kind of good everywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ryung will be able to really do any damage to it. Bomber's playing it nice and safely. That's second gas up. Looks like he is going to go for some Banshees. Blue Flame going up for Ryung. But there's a bunker at the top of his opponent's ramp right here, so not going to be able to do too much.
Right now, it looks like Ryung is in a pretty surprising supply lead. 5 supply ahead.
He's actually more than that.
Yeah, he just got
It's like 9 supply
That's
ahead.
actually a bit surprising.
Well, it's those aliens, man, and the Marines.
Yeah.
Bomber has spent so much money on buildings at this point. But he'll shoot right back up, I'm sure.
Well, Bomber went for that really, really quick command center.
Yeah.
And that's what
Plus
did it.
tech.
Note how ambiguous what Bomber's doing is for somebody like Ryung. He has no idea what's really coming. And really what Bomber's doing is he's preparing for any kind of attack that can happen to him while he gets that orbital up. So smart.
And he's making the Hellions. No Blue Flame upgrade yet, but is making some Vikings. Really interesting build by Bomber, actually. It's such a safe build. There's not a lot of builds that just kill this.
Yeah,
maybe a 2 starport, but other than that,
I think it's because this match is so pivotal.
Yeah.
And you don't really have a lot of opportunities. It's not like you get into a best of 5. Oh, and he's going to try to run up here and say, oh, a bunker. All right, well, that'll eat everything I have.
And it did, in fact, eat 2 Marines.
Nom, 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 nom.
Tasty.
Ready to raise some hell.
Oh, he could land that and take out this SCV.
Ooh,
Very
I love
nice
that.
by Bomber.
Look at how much people are actually using the Viking
I love it
recently. That is actually so cool.
All right, the Viking is flying back now, but it's going to be intercepted.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Well,
Wow.
that's too bad. Bomber cannot be happy about that. Trading that for an SCV. Not the best trade.
It did delay the command center, but yeah, it's still not worth it.
And Bomber is going to go mech tasteless. He's throwing up 2 more factories.
Hell yeah.
Hells yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
We do have Ryung expanding at the moment, getting a Raven out as well. Making plenty of Hellions right now. He does have a Blue Flame, of course, already. Blue Flame almost done for Bomber. SCV counts at 33 for Bomber, 31 for Ryung. Of course, though, Bomber already does have double mealage quite often.
Here we have the Raven on the way. I also do love how these players are getting Ravens more often early on.
Yeah.
I remember when I first saw that unit, I thought to myself, well, this is going to play a really big role in this game because of the unique abilities it has and the fact that it's a detector.
Yeah.
But we didn't see it that much early on. Even I wasn't using him as much, so I probably should have been early on.
Yeah. Well, it is a great unit, Tasis. Just so useful in this matchup, especially when you're going back.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Well, Ryung right now deciding he's also going mech. A lot more factories coming up. Ryung really focusing upon Hellions right now. He's actually up at 10 against just 7 of Bomber. More and more on the way. And that's going to give him some map control if he so wants to take it. Which means that, well, if you're going to make all these Hellions early on and get map control, you're going to want to take an expand.
All right, there comes
that's empty.
Medevac. Yeah, he's just trying to scare the SCVs away. Mm-hmm. And see, these are the little things you can do in a game like Starcraft. They don't win you the game, but they get you slightly more ahead. And the more ahead you are, then the more likely you are to, in the long run, win.
Mm-hmm. Bomber right now with plenty of siege tanks out. He shouldn't be too afraid of anything that his opponent can do. Ryung has a very nice number of Hellions.
Well, we might have a little bit of downtime here. They both have to build up their army to a certain level.
Mm-hmm. Bomber going ahead in the macro once again. Really, he actually out macros everyone. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, that's...
He always has more supply. Doesn't matter the matchup. Doesn't matter the map. Doesn't matter what happens. He always has more supply.
All right. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait a little bit here, guys. So just sit tight. Maybe get some of that birthday cake that's in the fridge.
Put on your seatbelt if you're on a domestic flight in America watching us, because the turbulence can be bad.
Oh, yeah. You ever had it where the stewardess hits your knee with the cart when you're sleeping?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's terrible.
And she's like, sorry, and like walks by. And
that's
I'm
when
like,
you find out that not only does your elbow have an alien pain bone, but your knee does as well.
Yes.
And so does your toe.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh, yeah, the toes.
Oh, we have a Hellion drop right now by Ryung. And somehow, some way, getting these Hellions out of this very red medevac in between a couple turrets.
That medevac is not yet dead. It has like 1 HP left. You know, he did not do the best job with that drop there. Uh-oh. Oh, he needs to turn around. Bomber's destroying everything Ryung has. Wow.
Yeah,
you know, Ryung, I thought, was going to be holding his own a little bit better here.
Yeah, no, he just kind of, that was bad. No two ways about that. Bomber just crushed him right there in the middle. Ryung taking a ton of damage. Wow. But the supplies are much more even now. And Bomber has twice as many tanks at 8 against 4. And just slightly less Hellions. But Ryung does have a lot of Vikings. That's going to be something that he has to use to his advantage right now.
All right, nice siege line here by Bomber. I am thrilled to see this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's going to give him great control of the map. He has that Zelnaga watchtower. And if you note, they're both going for the gold base. Uh-oh. Denied.
Yeah, targets that down, trying to make it die instead of get canceled. I do believe Bomber did actually cancel that, though.
He did, yeah. The Raven and the Vikings leaving the premise. Ryung will get his gold base up before his opponent.
But Bomber does have the bottom right. Look at this. Single Viking trying to pillage the countryside. They do better in groups, though.
Well, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see if Ryung opts to attack in or if Bomber opts to attack in.
I think Bomber's actually going to attack in Tasteless. He's making nothing but Thors right now. And as we've seen, if you spread and you have a lot of Thors in there, you're going to tank so much damage. The tanks are going to hit your Thors so much, and they have so much health, basically. Not just basically, but exactly. That they just live for a very long time. And of course, they deal tons of damage when they actually get in range.
Yeah, and with this lead for him right now, I think there would be a small timing where he can just come in there. And once he loses that position there, I think this is one of these maps you can only lose that Zelnaga watchtower once you're this far along.
Yeah, if Bomber gains that high ground, the game will be over. And it looks like, you know, he may just go for a kill very soon here. Bomber is just looking so good right now.
All right, I do like this, though. One Banshee, we just had a quick shot of it. That one Banshee can come out and try to pick off a few siege tanks. Of course, the Thors are going to be pivotal in kind of driving that out. Actually, well, yes, I just saw on our Toast's preview screen 4 Thors.
Yeah, it's quite a few Thors.
Never mind.
And you know, Bomber is actually taking that one extra base. Look at that.
Yeah.
And he's actually just going to take his whole half the map, playing it so safe. He so wants to win a GSL, man.
Oh, yeah.
That he is actually just going to play this the safest of the safes. Captain Safety.
Safety first, Artosis. Only you can prevent forest fires. It's like, no, that's not true. There are also park rangers and other people, okay?
Yeah.
People that actually go to the forest.
That's true. I don't go to the forest often at all.
No, man. The forest isn't even that good.
No, the forest is pretty awesome, actually.
Sometimes I get to the forest and I'm like, there's no computers here.
And sometimes you get there and there are computers. You're like, oh, my God.
Oh, thank God. Hope they have internet. Good internet. Oh, Bomber's going to go for battle cruisers next.
Yeah, he is starting mass air upgrades, but Ryung is starting to get some more starports as well. It's both players seeing the writing on the wall that nothing's going to be broken anytime soon. Ooh, nice little harassment here. Bomber drops down to 63 SCVs against a 79 of Ryung. But Ryung is 1 base down right now. He's about 12 supply down as well.
Basically, Bomber is always about 2 or 3 steps ahead of Ryung. Ryung's like doing a good job.
You know, he's catching right back up, but you know, he's going to have to take that additional base. He's going to have to be very careful as positioning. I feel like Bomber's side of the map is just, it's better turtled. He has really well-placed turrets all over the place. I don't really see that from Ryung right now. That's an important thing to see.
Both players are upgrading like crazy.
As the game gets super long, of course, as we mentioned before.
Oh, I think he's going to do
Upgrades
it.
are everything.
I think he might go in for a break, Artosis.
May indeed. And Ryung is actually spread dangerously thin. He definitely can be broken by a very surgical maneuver. By surgical, I mean hitting him in the head with a baseball bat, like it's about to happen.
Okay, here we go. The siege tank's moving up. Remember, these Thors can tank a lot of damage, but I think he's sieging too far back.
Yeah, he definitely sieged a little bit back. It's something very common from Starcraft 1 TVT.
Yeah.
Pros always siege quite far back. Very few were known for really getting into the perfect range before siege.
Well, oftentimes with siege tanks, you never know how many more siege tanks are in the back, so you got to be very, very cautious. Now we have a lot of command centers being made over here, center left.
Now, both players going for a lot of starports and a lot of command centers. Right now, 5 commands being made for both players. Bomber is adding 3 more starports right now. That's going to bring him up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starports. Whereas his opponent, Ryung, has 6. So this is actually getting insane. Well, those command centers are going to allow for a lot of scams. They're going to allow for mules to be dropped and more SCVs to be killed so that they can have more flying units. And I think there's a very excellent chance that this entire map is actually going to get mined out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. I think it's too hard to break.
It may be smart to not even use too many mules.
Why is that?
Well, you mine out your site just so quickly with that. If you can find other ways to use these, energies.
He's up to something, Artosis. I like this. This is so smart.
Yep, it certainly is. A lot of units coming over to Tasteless. Ryung's going to see what he can do here. His Hellions get stuck. Targeting down some of these starports that are building battle cruisers. But this is all supply Ryung actually doesn't need.
Yeah, he's going to have to go up for a battle cruiser Viking.
Yeah. Bomber showing off his battle cruisers right now. Excellent job of eliminating this rush.
Making that actually look much easier than I thought it was going to be to pull off.
Ryung's supply plummets quite a bit there, but that's fine. He's going to be able to refill with better defense. He's building battle cruisers. They're getting like every single upgrade. All the Raven upgrades are going to be done for Ryung pretty quickly.
And right now, Bomber's probably like, yeah, you killed my SCVs. Now I don't have to send them into your base to be destroyed because I need more supply.
And that's, ooh, that was a grisly death right there. 3 Thors waiting for an injured Hellion. It's pretty one-sided.
Yep. All right, well, we still have these orbitals landed here. And, yeah, guys, I mean, there's just not really a way they can attack each other. And that's because of the fundamental factor that the siege tank does so much damage at such a long range.
Yeah, and at this point, that is, I mean, it still matters somewhat, but with this many battle cruisers and Vikings out, it means less. Look, oh man, production tab right now is hilarious.
It's like all upgrades.
Yeah. You know what would be like a funny thing to do right now?
What?
Because it is such a half map situation. Drop all your mules on your opponent's minerals and just steal them. How cool would that be?
That would actually be epic, man. Actually, that's kind of a sneaky thing, Artosis.
It is. If this is like, I can't be broken, I'd steal minerals.
Yeah.
Drop 10 mules.
Oh, nice. All right, he's sneaking in here. He's going to get a lot of mule kills. As you can see, their incomes are both out of control right now.
Yeah, all over the place. In fact, those mules are born and die. SCV counts, 37 for Bomber, 67 for Ryung.
So Ryung will mine out a little bit quicker, I think.
Yeah, I would say that's quite true. And it's now Ghost Academy time. Ryung getting a couple
Nukes.
Ghost Academies. Yeah, and Ghosts themselves can be alright at times. You know, an EMP on battlecruisers or Ravens can be nice.
Well, guys, this is like the Cold War right now of Starcraft games.
Except we know that they're actually going to clash.
Yes.
We have. Give you guys some unit counts. For Ryung, 24 Vikings, 4 battlecruisers, and 12 Ravens. Holy tamale. For Bomber, 31 Vikings and 8
Wow.
battlecruisers, but also 3 Thors.
We have an engagement here. If he could even just get that one expansion, that would be huge.
Yeah.
But look at all those Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens
My
are going to
God.
make a gigantic difference. 2 nukes on the way, by the way, from Ryung. And I think Ryung is actually going to be quite happy with the position he's going to be in here. Because he's going to start launching some nukes off and being able to push across the map if he wants.
Yeah, and you know, the truth of the matter is if he launches a few nukes in a few different locations, there's no way the Bomber's going to know. Or at least stop all of them. So the Ghost is on the way here.
Trying to finish off all their upgrades as well. We're going to have 3-3 on Ryung's flying units very shortly here. In the meantime, Bomber, he's already at 3-3.
Whoop,
And, oh my
whoop,
God.
whoop, he's going for it.
He's going
He's
for
moving.
it, Tasteless. The Ravens are going to be huge here. Point defense drones for sure. Some secret missiles!
Oh
my God! This is absolutely insane.
Run!
And he cleans up all the battlecruisers of Bomber.
Oh, nice. He did manage to evade them. But meanwhile, back at home, so much damage has been dealt.
Yeah, you know, a ton of Vikings still left alive. 31 against 20 and 2 battlecruisers. Throwing down some auto turrets to try to really help out here, but
I don't actually know who wins this fight.
yeah,
I
it looks like
believe-
the auto turrets with their upgrades doing a great deal of damage.
Huh.
And Ryung definitely comes out on top here. No question.
He's got those nukes making too.
Yeah, he's got a lot of Vikings and battlecruisers being made. He's going to go and repair everything now.
That's
And
how you do it, man.
that was beautiful. And every Raven died. He had 11 Ravens. You know how much gas that is? It's 11 times however much gas a Raven, which is like, what, 225 or something?
They're expensive.
200.
You're like negotiating with me. I'm like, all right, 200. I'll give you 200.
All right.
SCDs. He's sent out here. He wants to free up his son.
Oh, they're on auto repair. He's wasting minerals.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Huh.
Oh, and he actually is doing it. He's dropping mules to steal his opponent's minerals.
Oh, nice.
I called it. I'm so smart.
You're so smart.
Yeah.
You win the prize, Artosis.
Yeah, and in fact, he's going to long distance mine from there as well, just taking as many minerals from his opponent that he possibly can.
I mean,
It is a
why
war of
not?
attrition.
It takes you know, a certain amount of minerals to actually, or a certain amount of damage to destroy that mule. You might as well just like take that mineral patch and leave.
Yeah. In fact, will he maybe get some more too? He actually got some of those minerals. That's actually so great.
That's so weird.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like the map for something like that to happen on. Tons of Ravens being made by Ryung, by the way. He's really focusing on quite a bit on Ravens.
It's interesting, excuse me, to see this massive no man's land in the middle. It's cutting the map in half in sort of a diagonal lane. And, you know, the reason why this game turns into this kind of situation, guys, is because this map is so narrow. It's very easy to just make a bunch of turrets across the map and be like, all right, you can't attack anymore.
Well, this is such an odd game 26 SCVs for Ryung, 28 for Bomber, 30 Vikings for Ryung, 45 for Bomber. But Ryung has got the same number of BCs at 6 each, but 8 Ravens. Don't forget he has some nukes as well, but no ghosts. Does not have any ghosts right now.
I'm really waiting to see when those Ravens are going to come into play.
Also, I'd like to see some ghosts, you know?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Bomber now stealing minerals from Ryung.
Bomber basically catching on saying, oh, okay, that's actually smart. I might as well go ahead and give that a shot.
Yeah.
Imagine how close to those like Vikings all are as they fly. It's like,
It's the sickest Viking
nobody
flower.
bump into me. We're all going to die.
Seriously. And still, no ghosts out at all.
I wonder why that is.
You know, right now, Bomber actually has a Hellion and 2 Greens. You should actually kill those off. And a Ghost is being made, finally. This is actually a stressful game for both players, I guarantee that. Been in this scenario 1,000 times in Starcraft 1.
Yeah.
It is some stressful.
Oh.
Ooh. So you gonna Yamoto the Geyser and then it got canceled?
Yeah, I think he was. Well, I mean, if he denies him gas,
Yeah,
any way
absolutely.
possible, I mean, eventually those geysers are all going to be depleted if this game goes on like this. Might as well try to blow up as many refineries that you can get for free.
And you know what's so funny is whoever attacks into whoever is going to be in a hard position. Because obviously they both have very good defensive positions with Mr. First going on.
Oh, here we go.
And I cannot believe it. He's going for it. The Ghost right now, getting ready to do something here.
He's going to nuke right up there. No.
Oh, he needed to scan again. Oh, oops.
Poor Ghost. All right,
those
Artosis,
tanks didn't believe in ghosts.
what is your favorite kind of candy?
I'm actually not really into candy.
When you were a kid, then. When remember,
No,
like
I
when
think I still have
Halloween
one,
was actually
actually.
the greatest holiday.
You know what? If I were to have a piece of candy, I think it would probably be like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love peanut butter, so.
I'm not actually into the Reese's.
Really?
I mean, they're not bad, but it just if I had to get a candy bar, it'd be a Twix, I think.
Oh, Twixes are alright, actually.
There's 2 of them in there too, man. That's actually what's amazing about the Twix bar, Artosis.
Can you break me off a piece of that?
That's a Kit Kat bar. This
okay.
Twix Twat bar. Man, we're in a game. We're casting a game that's turning out like this, Artosis.
Yeah, this is, well, it looks like Ryung has decided that it is time to do something.
All right, here we go.
Forever. Those Thors really going to help out, by the way. Those Thors can deal so much damage to a cloud of Vikings.
And how close are we to being mined out, you know?
The map is almost completely mined out. There's a few patches for Ryung left, and Bomber's done.
Huh.
Almost. No, he has a few little tiny patches left. Like a mule could finish these things off.
No more nukes, it looks like, for the time being. I mean, remember, the nukes are not cheap, guys. Well, they're the cheapest thing in the world, and, you know, it's, every unit's going to count from here on out. We rarely see this in StarCraft, but it does happen. We're basically...
They continue, by the way. I just want to interject for 1 second.
Sure, please.
They continue to drop mules on the very few remaining minerals on the map of their opponents.
All right, here you go again. This is probably the richest mineral patch location on the map right now.
By far.
Oh! Sweet! He's going to get there in time. We'll get there in time.
Yeah, he saves it.
Barely.
Is it even worth it to save it at this point, though? It's such a mined-out scenario, and oh my god, Ryung! Ryung is looking pretty good here, Tasteless. Oh, he loses quite a bit, though. Never throws down a point defense drone.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that.
Yeah, I thought for sure he'd be throwing down some point defense drones, and of course, I think he wants to use Seeker missiles instead, because the point defense drones will die in one volley to this.
Oh, yeah, there's
So
way
he has
too
to
many
throw out
Vikings.
like a quadrillion of them. Ryung is... Well, it looks like he's going to go Ghost now as well. Ryung actually does still have his 2 nukes. He has no Ghost, though, once again. Ryung is switching over to a lot more Vikings at the moment.
So many mules in this game. What an interesting game, like the whole way it's turning out and everything like that. Yep. And, looks like he's going to go ahead and sacrifice some siege tanks as this game is evolved into this all-out air battle. Cleans up the siege tanks. Remember, guys, they're maxed. They can't just keep making stuff.
Yep. More and more mules are being dropped on each other's mineral patches. Bomber is almost completely out. He has like 500 unmined minerals on his side of the map or so. Maybe just slightly more.
Well, the long distance mining continues. Right, it's been a little while now, but Ryung has about 5,400 minerals, while a Bomber is at about 4,000. And this is kind of a sticky situation because all it takes is one game to screw up. Remember, this is the game that's basically going to guarantee one of these guys a spot as they move on into Code S.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. I'm actually surprised he's throwing away Thors like that. You know, again, Thor's splash damage against a Viking Cloud can be devastating. So, I'm going to give you guys unit counts here. For Ryung, we have 46 Vikings. He has 6 battlecruisers and 7 Ravens. He also has some siege tanks still, and a couple Thors. On the other hand, Bomber is 47 Vikings, 10 battlecruisers, and 3 Ghosts.
He could get an EMP or two off on the
Yeah, that's actually
on the battlecruisers
or the Ravens.
Yeah,
the Ravens are really scary right there.
Remember, guys, they actually want to get rid of these siege tanks because the game is turning into Viking battlecruising. I know that might sound very weird, but that is how this game works. Ryung does seem to have better map positioning. Just more stuff present.
Yeah, he does. He still has siege tanks out, still has some Thors. You know, he has some semblance of a ground army. In fact, he's attacking some SCVs now.
Looks as though Bomber's kind of backed up, kind of stuck right now. And we'll see what his plan is from here. Note that any depot that he's going to lose is probably end up being supply block.
By the way, Bomber has 4K gas and 1.5K minerals. For Ryung, he has about 6K to 0.3K. So he actually has enough money to remake some stuff, but if anyone wins a battle decisively, it'll be over.
Nice little chipping away at Bomber right now.
If Bomber doesn't get an EMP off on the Ravens, then I think that, I mean, this is going to be possibly impossible.
All right, he's backing up a little bit here.
I think we may possibly hit the longest game in GSL history as well.
I think this might be the longest game.
I think it's already top 3 at this moment, if I recall correctly. And there's Ghosts! Tasteless, there's Ghosts! Snipes that battlecruiser. That's
Here we go!
A lot of scans going off. And no EMP yet, Tasteless.
No EMP yet.
Here come Ryung's Ravens. And this is absolutely wild. Oh my god.
Secret missile. Did so much damage.
Yeah, this is absolutely Ryung's game, Tasteless. Bomber, it looks like he is not going to have enough here.
Well, the Thors on the ground are going to do it all.
They're going to do a lot. There are also some Seeker missiles hitting. Ryung dropping a quadrillion mules, or maybe that's Bomber. Everyone dropping mules. It's a mule get-together, a mule hoedown. GG. Wow. So Ryung does advance to the round of 16. It was about 50 Starcraft 2 minutes, I believe.
Wow. That was a game I will never forget, Artosis. We finally got
45 minutes, Starcraft 2 minutes. So that actually, I think it was slightly longer than the Ensnared Jinro game, but I think there was another game in like Code A or something that was longer.
You know what's so exciting about that game is we finally saw the proper endgame TBT.
It's true.
We're finally there. It took us about a year.
If you play like basically perfectly, you shouldn't be able to kill each other in TBT. And this map, of course, is going to be one of the maps that's easier to do it on because it's so easy to split it.
Much easier to get into that kind of scenario. Oh, sorry. You got to talk for a second. I got something in my eye. Sorry, viewers.
It's like you talk with your eyes.
I'm trying to just look at the camera, but one of my eyes is just going crazy.
You're winking. Someone's like, he's winking at me.
He's winking at
me.
Tasteless.
All right. So
that was a great game, though.
Yeah, that was unbelievably high.
It was a very wearying game to cast. That was long, and there was some.
It was one of the hardest games to cast ever.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough cast. But look, the game was really educational, and it's exciting to see StarCraft 2 sort of take that direction.
Yeah. So, our next match, Puzzle against Marine King Prime. The map is going to be Taldir Malter.
Should be pretty good.
The loser goes to up and down. And, I mean, Marine King Prime barely just came out of that. In fact, it went tiebreakers a few times with JYP and Trickster. And he does not want to go back there. I guarantee you that.
Right.
But on the other hand, Puzzle, one of the very few Protosses that remain. I think there's 5 Protosses. Yeah, 5 Protoss, 7 Zerg, and 20 Terrans in the GSL this season. So,
damn.
If Puzzle is to fall to up and down,
I don't know what I'll do, man.
Yeah, it'll be.
Look, I think he's gotten some time to kind of rethink. Oh, that thing is back in my eye. He got the time to rethink what he did wrong in those games. Okay, I think he wasn't quite focused.
He played a good game, but I don't know. We'll see.
All right, so here we have Puzzle on the left and Marine King on the right.
Life and death, Tasteless.
It's happening.
Can a Protoss make it to the round of 16 or just avoid up and down? He's our first Protoss to play in the GSL this season.
Tassadar throws his pop in front of the monitor. He's like, of course they can. Then I'm like, Tassadar,
why are
you're
in
code
then?
B.
Did he fall to code B?
Oh, no, some of the actual the Protoss.
Oh, no.
Stay with me.
The hero?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to lay my head down on the desk and take a look at map.
Oh, man.
You have fun casting this game.
This is definitely going to be one of our longer days, Artosis.
Yep.
All right, so the countdown has started. The map is Taldir Malter, and we are about to enter into Puzzle up against Marine King Prime. Let's see how it turns out. I am Tasteless. He is Artosis, and we are the Tired Casting Archon from that epic Terran vs. Terran we just saw there, though. But don't worry, we're going to do our best to bring you fun and entertainment here in this game. Our PvT here in the GSL Codex.